Dear children, good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, today we are moving to the seventh lesson of the geography textbook about settlement, then transport and communication. We know that we are being the human beings, we want to reside or live in a peculiar place. We are not wanderers. What is the meaning of wanderers? Yes, wanderers means people whose settlements are not permanent. We want to settle down in a peculiar place for long days. So that's called the site. So what is site? Site is the place where people live. The place where people live are called what? Site. There are so this is the meaning of settlement. In olden days, people were living in caves and forests. When they want to move, they will be moving from that place to another place and they will find another solution, another shelter there, another dwelling there. So they were moving, and whenever they are moving, they will be moving their settlement or their site also. So, being human beings, we want to protect us from rain, then heat, etc., etc. So, to keep us safe or to protect from heat and sunlight, we are using, and for taking risks, we are using shelters or dwelling or site or settlement. There are three types of settlement can be seen. There are how many types of settlement Three types. First one, it is permanent and temporary settlement. First one, permanent and temporary. Second one, it is rural and urban settlement. Rural and urban settlement. Next one, it is compact and shattered settlement. Compact and shattered settlement. So let's come to that point once again. That is, first one, there are three kinds of settlement. First one, look the board. Yes, first one, it is permanent or temporary settlement, or permanent and temporary settlement. Second one, rural and urban settlement. Third one, compact and shattered settlement. These are the three kinds of settlement. Let's go through the first category first. What is meant by permanent settlement? What is meant by temporary settlement? This word may be a familiar word to you, I think. Okay, what is permanent settlement? Human beings has always have a tendency to live in a home, in a house of their own. That means whenever we want to go to another place, after the travel is over, we will be again coming back to our home. Back to our own home. So we will have a permanent settlement. Permanently we want to reside or live in a home. So the permanent settlements are made for the permanent residing of human beings, not for a short span of time. They will be planning to live in that home for a long period. This is called permanent settlement. And what will be the meaning of temporary settlement? Can you tell me temporary? Temporary settlement is settlement or houses or homes made for a short span of time. For example, tent, you might have heard of tent, Yes, when we are going to that tour program like that, there will be a tent, a well-arranged settlement for a short span of time. It will be temporary. It is used for temporary period only or a short span of time. After some time, we will be moving from that area to another area, to our permanent settlement. So that's the meaning, or that is the theme of permanent and temporary. In permanent settlement, the people are living for continuous many years, whereas in temporary settlement, people will be living for a short span of time. That's permanent and temporary settlement. Another type of settlement is rural and urban settlement. From the word itself, the meaning will be clear too, right? Okay. Rural settlement means homes or houses made in rural area, that is village area. In village area, we could see different types of homes, right? Okay. And urban settlement means settlement or houses that are seen in town area or city area. That's called urban settlement. Then the third category of settlement is compact settlement and shattered settlement. Compact settlement is like that of a colony. You might have heard of colony, you know. Yes, houses are made adjacent to another house. One house will be built just near another house. Many houses in a compound or in a peculiar place without any distance. Just one after another, or houses are made in the nearing area. That's called, many houses in a peculiar place is called compact. That's the meaning. Many houses in a peculiar area is called without any distance. That's called a compact settlement. So what will be the meaning of shattered settlement? Yes, in a shattered settlement, there may be a house, but the neighboring house may not be seen in the near place. Neighboring house can be seen in a distant place or in a far away place or a far away region. That's called a shattered settlement. Such shattered settlements are seen in mountain area. You might have heard of the shepherd people, no? Okay, they will be building such settlement. What type of settlement? No? Yes, shattered means they will have no nearer neighbors. That's called that's called shattered settlement. Once again, we can go through the same area. There are three types of settlement: permanent and temporary. Second one, rural and urban. Third one, compact settlement and scattered settlement. These are the three kinds of settlement. Now, our next area is transport. This is a very easy area. You are sentenced to study this from first standard onwards. Not in first standard onwards, in KG section onwards, right? Okay, what is transport, or what is the motive of transport facilities? Transport means going and coming, traveling. And for going and coming, for going to a place or for coming to a place, we are using certain vehicles. There are three types of this moving or traveling is needed not only for human beings. Animals, sometimes animals can also be start moving, or they also want to be moved from one place to another place. So that's called transport. Transport, there are three ways used. Sometimes goods also should be transported. Certain things should be transported or taken away from one place to another place. From one area to another area. From one region to another region. This is called transport. Taking or moving of goods or people from one area to another area is called transport. There are three means of transport, three ways of transport. Which are the three means of transport? You know the answer. Which are the three ways? Yes, roadways, railways and waterways. Then another one is airways. Yes, landway, waterway and airway. Landway can again be split into two or divided into two, that is roadway and railway. So these are the four means of transport: roadways, railways, airways and waterways. What is roadways? Yes, moving in through the road, through the land is called roadway. There are different types of roads are there. Commonly that pocket roads are there, then highways are there, national highways are there, etc., etc. And there are metalled roads and unmetalled roads. Some roads are found to be metalled one. Another type of roads can be unmetalled. These are the different types of roads. Which are they? Pocket roads, highways, national highways. Then there are subways also. What's the meaning of subway? You know, yes, roads through underground roads. Metalled and unmetalled. Then highways, pocket roads or rural roads, and then national highways, and there are subways also. Subway means roads through the ground or under the ground. Underground roads are called subways. By this, roadways is coming to an end. Next one, it is railway. Railway, you know, when we want to go to a distant area inside a country itself, we are usually using railway. Earlier time, the railway was or train was moving by using coal engine, you know. Okay, and after that electric engine came into existence, and after that nowadays we are using the metro rail, a super fast or metro rail. Okay, and this is what about railway. Then another way is waterway. Waterway means when people want to move from one area to another area, from one region to another region, it can be through water also. Waterway can be divided into two sections, two divisions are there. First one, it is inland waterway. Next one will be foreign or abroad waterway, that's called sea route or oceanic route. These are the two types. First one, inland waterways. Next one, it is oceanic route or sea route. So, inland waterway is used for taking people or goods inside the country, inside the boundary of a country. So, sea route or oceanic route is used for what, you know? They are used for taking people or for carrying people or goods from one country to another country, from one nation to another nation. That's called a sea route or oceanic route. Then comes, there is transport is over, then comes communication. Communication means for passing this information, or for education, or for entertainment. We want to communicate. We want to give the information from one party to another party, from one area to another area. That's called communication. Now, at present, I am communicating with you, no? Yes, but I am communicating with maximum 42 children. There are communication which will be applicable or communicating to a huge mass of people. That's through mass media. Which are the media of communication? From olden days itself, there is newspapers, TV channels, then through using satellites, nowadays cellular phone and internet, like that many facilities are there. All these facilities are or can communicate to a huge mass of people, to a lot of people at the same time. So this is called mass communication or mass media. Mass communication is passing information or educating or entertaining to a large public. And mass media is that the media used for communicating, for educating and for entertaining a large public. So which are the examples of mass media? Newspaper is the best example. Nowadays books are through books also we can communicate, and nowadays e-reading is possible, right? Okay, yes. And the mailing by using internet, cellular phone, then through TV, then again weekly, monthly, newspaper, etc., etc. These are all examples of mass media. Okay, by this communication is also coming to an end. Okay, got it? So we can conclude today's chapter as different types of settlement, different types of transport, and different forms of communication. Kinds of settlement may be a permanent or temporary, may be urban or rural, may be compact or shattered. Transport can be by using four ways. Roadways, then, yes, come on, tell me. Railways, then, tell me, airways also there. I think airways is not explained today. Okay, airways, then another one is waterway. Yeah. And next comes communication. Communication is used for passing information, for passing knowledge from one party to another party, or for educating one party by another party. That's the another one. It is for entertainment also. Communication facilities are used. Then what is mass communication? Mass communication is communicating with a large public, with a large mass of people. That's called mass communication. And what is media? Media means through which media this communication is taking place. That's called media. And mass media means communicating through media to a large public, to a lot of people at the same time. That's called mass media. So let me think all this area can be clear for a very simple lesson, maybe the simplest lesson in this class 6 or 7 standard itself. So, but you are having the freedom to communicate with me, to clear with me all your doubts. I will be available at any time. Thank you so much, and Jai Hind.